Hi guys and welcome back to Amplify. It's lovely weather here in Belgium, so I decided to make the video outdoor. I just spent more than 3 hours on editing this episode, but I don't regret a minute of it, and I really enjoyed everything because throughout the whole episode I had a huge smile on my face, and you're gonna understand why. So without further ado, Nick Rashad Burroughs. And I'm recording. Hi, hi.
All
Oh
right.
my God. I'm so excited for this, really. I'm so excited that you said yes, that you're ready to participate in the show. Seriously, 3 days ago, I was like, wow. And on
Okay.
repeat, we're going down tonight. On repeat.
I'm excited
Uh,
to be here. This is fun. It's fun getting to
yeah,
talk about this.
I am. My name is Eric, and I'm basically a Ukrainian guy who's living in Belgium. And 2020 was not an easy year for me, so I tried to adapt a bit what I want to do. I want to support creative people, and I decided to start my show Amplify and just contact people through Instagram, people that I really like what they do, and learn from them how they arrive to the point of their life, because this also can really inspire and give a nudge to other people who are in my surroundings. So, and I saw your video and I was like, okay, this is something so interesting and so new to me. For the whole atmosphere in the video was so awesome, and the dance and everything. So I said, okay, I have to contact you. So I'm super thankful for it to you. Okay, Nicolas, can I call you Nick?
Yes, of course.
Nick, you are connected from New York.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
living in New York right now. Yeah,
and where did you grow up?
I grew up in Birmingham, Alabama. I'm a Southern boy, preacher's kid from Birmingham, Alabama. Grew up playing sports and singing in the church. So the life that I live now was just like completely different from what I grew up. Um, what brought me to New York City was I was in Kinky Boots on Broadway right out of school. I was going to college at University of Alabama, and right before I could even finish graduation, I got an amazing opportunity to be Billy Porter's understudy in Kinky Boots on Broadway as Lola. And so it changed my life ever since, and I've been living in New York since.
This is awesome. So it's been what year was when you moved to New York?
Um,
Like,
2014 into 15. Yeah.
can can we know a bit about your transition from Alabama to New York? Like,
Well, I was in school for musical theater at University of Alabama, and I was auditioning for the first national tour of Kinky Boots while I was still in Alabama, and I had about 7 callbacks where I was flying back and forth from Alabama to New York while I was still in class. Like I would like get an email in the middle of a math class and be like, "Hey, you have an audition tomorrow," and I'd be like, okay," and like leave the class and figure out a plane ticket to get me there, do my material for Lola and all of that stuff, and for the show Kinky Boots. And then after 7 callbacks of me flying back and forth, they told me, "Hi, we know you only auditioned for the national tour, but we would like you to start Broadway rehearsals. They would start next week. Can you be here?" Understudying Billy Porter, and I was like, "Yes." And so my life changed from that day on. Finished I finished graduation at school in Alabama, and then I literally packed up and started rehearsals within a week. And it was the craziest, most giant change in my life, but a change that I was just so happy about and taught me so much and made me the person I am today.
and at that time you had to have an agent who kind of books the auditions for you, or it was like you had to have an agent?
Yeah, so well, when I was in my while I was in college, I went to a New York showcase. It was a senior showcase, and most seniors in musical theater get a chance to like showcase what they've been working on for the 4 years to agents and casting directors and everything. So we had our showcase in New York, and it was my first time there. And well, not my first time, but I got to be in New York and audition for these casting agents. And before I could even sign to an agency, they told me that I was right for the show, and they submitted me for Kinky Boots. So I actually got Kinky Boots before I like officially signed, and then I did after, and it was an amazing experience.
And you also did Lion King.
No, I never did The Lion King. But
No?
funny, no, I've never done The Lion King. I did Something Rotten first national tour, and I was the first black man to play the Tony Award winning role of Shakespeare. And I did King Kong Alive on Broadway. And now, before the pandemic, I was a part of the original Broadway company of Tina, the Tina Turner musical.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw the pictures. The kiss with Taylor Swift, the hugs with the RuPaul. This is awesome. How did you feel when you landed the role in the musical?
Well, I get to understudy the role of Ike Turner, and I'm a part of the original Broadway company. And playing Ike Turner is the father. He is the originator of rock and roll. He discovered rock and roll, came up with the term. So it's this huge figure who is so damaged and so troubled. And it was just to play an icon like that who like has knowledge of being such a villain, but we really show the darkness of him and why he was that way. And it was a very awesome stretch to play as an actor, getting to play that. I had a whole week on as Ike Turner that my mom was going to come and see the show right before the pandemic hit, but when everything goes back, we'll have a chance. But yeah, it was so much fun getting to play such a dynamic role like that the other times that I got to do it. So yeah.
How long does it take to actually, take on a role?
The first day that they announced that I got the part, I started doing research on both Tina Turner and Ike Turner, just because I wanted to do a good job when we started. I wanted to know what it was like, and I just wanted to have all the research I could to try and step into those shoes, because they were huge shoes to step into, big stories to tell, and so that was our rehearsal process was about 2 months before we like went into tech, and then we started doing the show, and then we opened on Broadway. Tina Turner herself was at our opening night. Oprah Winfrey, Gail was at our. We've had amazing celebrities come see us at Tina. I got to see Angela Bassett and Samuel Jackson and Tina Knowles. Like it's been such a journey, and like so I can't wait to go back to that atmosphere. It was just so much excellence that was always around us.
And they all were like easily approachable. You could go and
Yes, they were so kind and just so happy to be there. So happy to see our show. So happy to see this story being told. So yeah.
That's awesome. Tonight, how was it born? I love the song. I love the vibe. I love the dance. I wanted to be there dancing with you in that atmosphere. You really like invited me as a listener or a viewer so much that I was like, okay, I don't care about work. I don't care about anything. I have to put this on YouTube and do some,
I love that. I've been writing music since I was a little kid. I started writing music with my dad. My dad, when I was younger, we'd be in the living room. We'd write songs all the time. And it was just like a fun way of us bonding. And I mean, I have a whole notebook of like songs that I wrote when I was younger. And I kind of stopped writing music when he passed, because it was a sad thing for me, and it made me think of him. But over this quarantine and over the pandemic, that passion has really like come back inside of me, and I'm so grateful for that, because that's what he would have wanted. And I've been writing so much music, and I have awesome connections with people that I've worked with in the past that were so game to, like, when I was like, I have an idea, I have these songs, I want to work on them with you, and they were just down, and we were ready. And one thing after another, I wrote one song, and then I wrote another, And then all of a sudden I have a team of people that are just understanding musically and understand the sounds that come in my head. And tonight came, I was dressed nice, and I was getting ready to go meet a friend, and my roommate was just like, what are you doing? What are you up to tonight? And like, because I'm silly and we're very silly together, I literally sang the hook without realizing it was the hook right there. I was like, cause baby tonight, like while I was putting my shoes on. Like that's literally how it started. Like I just sang it out of nowhere, and he was like laughing at me. And then I was like, "Wait a minute, that's like actually a good hook." And then I like actually continued writing that chorus, and there was another song that I was writing that had something to do with a completely different subject. But the verse started off with, "I think I made a bad decision.
I think I made a bad decision. You and me shouldn't be out here kissing. You've been looking at me all week.
You and me shouldn't be." And so that was going to be about another song. That was going to be a love song. But I was just like, no, what I'm hearing is together. And when I put those two together, I just heard a disco beat. I heard Uptown Funk. I heard Dua Lipa. Like I just like heard all of these things. It just started to rush out of me one by one by one. Send it to my music producer. And when my music producer sent it back to me, I immediately was just like, oh, the music video has to be in a roller rink. It has to be 70s. It has to be. And that's how the music video came to be with Jalen Levingston, who directed it, who is the associate director at Tina on Broadway. And he came on board to come to LA and shoot it. And it's just been doing so well. Like I've had so many friends like posting it, Todrick Hall being a big part of like helping me out with it and posting it. And just so many people having my back on this project. It's been great to see people enjoying the music because it meant a lot to me. It was a very vulnerable thing to put my music out, but now that people are loving it and taking it, I'm so excited to share more.
My God, when I see people talking about what they love, about doing what they love with such a smile and such honesty, I have something that like electricity, it comes to me and I really it really electrifies me. So thank you very much for the inspiration. It's something like, come on, my mom is here now visiting from Ukraine and I asked her to cook some food and she's in the kitchen. Da, 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 da.
Oh, I love that. That's why I do it. I want people to feel something.
I mean, she doesn't speak English, but while she's cooking, she's doing the notes, and I see her dancing a bit, so it's funny. Let's talk about, yeah, because I also heard another song, the Attention on Spotify. What's that?
Yes, I did. Attention, a part of Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, did a Halloween special, and J. Armstrong Johnson, who is incredible, an amazing friend of mine and superstar. He does a Hocus Pocus show. Like he does the Sanderson sisters every year. He like does this giant show dedicated to Hocus Pocus. And I've done it in the past before. And this time with quarantine and everything, he wanted to do an entire visual music album of it all. Like he wanted to make an album and do all music videos for you. So you should check them all out. It's called I Put a Spell on You. And in it, I play Gaston. And it's a parody on Gaston, and it's the whole setup is Hocus Pocus told in the sense of quarantine and like on your phone, and so it's like with different apps, and like my app is OnlyFans, but like of course we call it Lonely Man's or something.
You wanna see some sexy, hit subscribe. I just want attention.
Like as a parody, it's a whole parody, and it's just Gaston being like obviously full of himself singing Attention, and it's just supposed to be Halloween themed, so it's a bunch of different like outrageous Disney Halloween costumes into a Hocus Pocus themed series that we did to raise money for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, and it was just such an amazing turnout. I mean, we had Todrick Hall was
in the club trying to pipe a Bobby. I don't want to go with the flow back bend till I touch my toes. I don't want to.
Bob the Drag Queen.
If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine.
We had Will Swenson, all these amazing people, Eva Noble and Zada, like all these incredible people. It was so much fun to be a part of.
Did you rewrite the lyrics, or it was rewritten for you?
No, well, they rewrote the lyrics to fit Gaston from Charlie
Yeah,
Puth's song Attention.
yeah. Because I listened and I was like, okay, it's not the same thing. It's kind of a bit different, and
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun parody on
yeah,
it.
it's a
But like,
fun.
you have you seen the music video?
No, not yet. No,
Oh,
no,
you
no.
gotta. The music video is what makes it all make sense. You have to see the music.
Okay,
Yeah, and it's
consider it
awesome.
done.
It's amazingly done. Yeah.
Consider it done.
Yeah.
What about what's next for you?
So right now I am working on more of the music that I plan to share with you guys in the future, and soon I'm planning to have an EP out soon for the summer, and I'll give fans and everybody more information on that later. But as of now, I am recording music as we speak.
Mm. And I will be ordering your music on vinyl because I love it on vinyl, and
Yay!
I think it gives it a special like sense. And when you switch it on, it's like just a bit different, completely different atmosphere.
I love that.
Do you have any routine?
My routine in life, just in general.
Well, I see that you first of all you look very fit, and so I was wondering, do you do like everyday sport, and what time do you wake up?
Well, when I was, I've luckily been blessed to be able to be on. I've been on Broadway for a while now, and it takes so much responsibility to do that, do shows like that 8 times a week. So working out and eating healthy is a big part of doing my job well. And so I've just always had that mentality of that being my everyday because I've been able to consistently go from Broadway show to Broadway show. Grateful for that. Thank you, Jesus. But it's also a challenge. And so I've like had for the past 7 years, I've had this every day of like go to the gym, make sure you take care of your voice, and do your show so that you can do your show to the best of your ability. Because the people are paying thousands of dollars to see you in the show, they can't see you giving a whack performance. So you have to be able to have the stamina and strength to do what is needed. And it's also therapy for me. Going to the gym has literally kept me from going crazy when you don't have anything to do with with the pandemic and everything. But there's things that can happen. Art is still alive even during this pandemic, and it's really nice to see people finding that within themselves during this time. But yeah, that's my routine is just trying to stay as healthy and in shape for when any opportunity that I'm ready for. Because I mean, all the stuff that I do is physical. I'm a dancer, singer, and an actor, and I it's what I love. It's my passion. So taking care of my body comes with that, and taking care of everything comes with that, and it's fun for me because I'm doing what I love.
Let's not forget that except being a dancer, singer, and an actor, you're also a songwriter.
Yeah.
How how does that work? It's like you feel more comfortable writing songs in the like late night or in the morning, or it's just the momentum.
Songs come to me all the time. It's the way that I write songs is inspiration. Something has to inspire me music. Like something inspires me visually, and then automatically I hear something. For instance, with my roommate catching me in the middle of me being silly, it was like tonight. That just came out of a situation, and then I realized that I liked it musically, and then I was inspired to keep writing. Today, I was looking at an interview of something, and someone said a quote, and it inspired a song to me, and then I will go on my phone and go on my voice memo and just like record what my thought and come back to it later and be like, all right, what could I do with this thought? Because that's how my songwriting starts from one thought, one sentence, or one musical thing that just attracts me. And then I can really build from that after. It's just that inspiration has to hit me first.
Hmm. Is there someone special who really inspires you? Like,
My father is my biggest inspiration. He is a superhero to me. He taught me to sing. Um, he's an amazing singer, and I'm very inspired by him and his voice and his being the class clown and his presence. And a lot of people like that. It also inspired me or people like James Brown and John P. Key is a gospel singer who is just like full of life with all these men with these really strong voices that are just like so gritty and they just, I love that. I like James Brown and Bruno Mars, people like that, those cool people that are just like, just love a good time, love a good vibe, and like such soul in their voices. Those type of singers have always inspired me.
And regarding your voice, do you train every day, or you have like you go to a vocal coach twice a week, or how does it work in your case?
Well, I mean, I I've luckily been able to keep the muscles in my voice working because I've been able to sing a lot. I've been able to do a lot of gigs here and there. I've been able to perform a lot of different places. So I haven't really lost the stamina in my voice. But I mean, when I was in college and during Kinky Boots and during a show that it's like actually vocally demanding, like I'm in voice lessons for it just to sustain but I take all of those practices with me and I just keep them from the rest of my life, you know. And I get to teach a lot, so I get to teach voice a lot. So that is something that keeps me on my toes and keeps me fresh. So
when you're performing, everybody's watching you. There are probably people who support you positively, but there are probably people who also criticize you. How do you deal with the critics?
well, with that, you can only put out your art and hope that it's going to touch someone and make someone happy. That's not going to always be the case for everyone, but it really goes to the fact that if they're not paying your bills, don't pay them no mind. So it's just like people, I'm going to go out and reach the people in my art that I want to reach. And if those people that I want to reach don't like something, I will listen to it. But I'm not necessarily here to fight for people that were never going to listen to me anyway. So
Is there anything you do to nurture your mental health?
What I do to nurture my mental health is having a connection with my friends. My friends are my lifesavers. Laughing with them, like literally, just they are why. They're why everyone is getting through. You come to find out in these times who really means the world to you and who you can't live without, and how they make your day much better when they just walk in. And I just try to surround myself with people that I am excited to celebrate and that are excited to celebrate me. And that type of energy will always go up and motivate us to be better and do better and not sit into solitude of the world is trying to put us in. My friends inspire me so much and I inspire them, and that's what we do. So them, my friends.
Your friends are mostly from the same kind of world as you are, from the Broadway world, from the music world, or you have somebody?
But I mean, I have friends I have all types of friends, but a lot of my friends come from I'll just say I have a lot of artist friends, people who love art. If you love art, chances are we're gonna get along. So
How can someone, like, for instance, a music producer, how can they interest you to work with them?
just by getting up every day and showing and doing something great with what they have. When I watch my friends do something great with the tools that they have, it inspires me to look at the tools I have, see what I can do with them, and do my own version of greatness. Because that greatness made them happy. They inspired me to do that because they want me to be happy. Like, you know, friends make each other better when friends are trying to achieve great things together.
Yeah. It's so nice to have some support to feel the support from people who are near you, and not to feel jealousy, and because friends kind of elevate you.
And I feel that in my life, and I try to push that on to everybody that is in my life.
I think it's very important. It's very important to make sure that we share the same kind of positive vibes that we receive, and because we sometimes have the platform to make somebody's lives easier and happier, and I think that it's important to use that platform. Yeah. I have a question. Do you do your all the songs you do with Carl? Because your music producer is Carl.
Paciente, who is incredible. I actually worked with him in Todrick Hall asked me to be in his Forbidden album he did a couple years ago, and I sang the first single off of that album, Ordinary Day.
And the sky starts calling the moon in. Oh, we know the world's a scary place. We learn.
And he was the music producer. He was one of the music producers for that project, for Todrick's album. And I remember calling Todrick and being like, hey, I have these songs and I want to work on them again. I want to work with some people that I trust and everything to get the sound that I hear in my head. And he was just, then I was just like, do you have the number of the people that I recorded your Ordinary Day song with? He was like, yeah. Put those two and two together. And then I put the song with him, with Carl Ciente, and sent him music and sent him what I wanted the sound to sound like, sent him like instrumentation. And he just understood where I was coming from. And it was just a great match. And we've already recorded another song and we're going to work on some more to finish the album. So yeah, he's my teammate.
I love what he did for tonight, and I can't wait to hear the other songs. Are you planning to learn anything new in 2021?
Am I planning to learn anything new? I mean,
like new skill? I don't know.
That's a very great question, and it challenges me. I mean, I learn something new every day, but it would be nice to learn. It would be nice to learn to play a guitar better. I know how to play guitar, but it would just be nice to be as good as I know I could be at guitar. That'd be a fun thing to just be able to accompany myself.
And when you wrote tonight, did you record the voice note or you actually played it on guitar or something?
The way that I recorded everything on my phone. I recorded myself being the horn. I recorded myself being the piano. I just hear it all in my head, and I'm just like the little horns that are in there. I remember sending him that, being like, I want to hear something like, but I wanted it to be full horns. And I remember hearing that. I wanted the bass, but I hear it all, and I just sent him the weirdest voice memos you've ever heard, and I'm like, make this, and he's like, okay.
Okay, no problem. I'm just gonna put it together. That's what professionalism is, actually. Yeah. I mean, you can create something big and without being too much chained to different tools. So it's awesome. Any advice to anyone who wants to pursue a dream in music, for instance, or even Broadway?
My advice is that you won't do it until you just actually get up and do it and make it happen. You can talk about it over and over and you'll say you'll do it, but that even goes for me. I've been wanting to do this my whole life. And then one day I just randomly was like, let's just go for it. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen, but I just decided to commit to it. When I committed to it, everything falls into place. You can be scared all you want and think that it's not going to happen. But if you put yourself in a position to do it and make it happen, things can, this is evident of that. I just woke up one day and was like, I kept on hearing the doubts in my voice, being like, it's a pandemic. Why would you even try to do this now? This is going to be too hard. And then I said, shut up, voice. And then I just actually did it. And I was able to do something in a pandemic that I didn't think that I could do at all. But I did it in worse circumstances. So when life goes back, I'm just like, I could achieve so much more. I put myself down. If I was able to do that during this time, I need to stop limiting myself. So that's what I would say to someone. Just actually do it. Actually.
I'm very happy to hear that pandemic was kind of not really a wake-up call, but more like a very creative period. And I think it's for a lot of people. It's interesting, and I like also learning from other people how they handled it and still handle, because I don't know how it's in New York, but here it's still it's closed. Everything is closed, so it just gives me another breath to continue with what I'm doing. The trademark of my show Amplify is that at the end of the show I always ask somebody my guest to amplify somebody else, because that's what I want to do, to create a reaction. If you have a friend who is struggling right now, or it's a creative who you want to feature on the show, I would love to talk to the people and learn from them and share the information with others. Who do you want to amplify?
One of my best friends, Will T. Travis, has an amazing clothing company out called BAP Clothing. And you should follow them on Instagram at BAP Clothing, and also follow him at Will T. Travis. He is an amazing actor, singer, dancer. He was in Hamilton before the pandemic. And in the pandemic, he's a very fashionable guy. Like, he's always been the one to, like, anytime I have to put something on, I'm just like, hey, help me. Like, he's the one to go to. And he's made this incredible fashion line. And I just want to encourage people to go and buy something from him. And it's an incredible design that he has, and it looks amazing, and I'm proud of him. So BAP Clothing by Will T. Travis.
Let's do this. I'm going to contact him and we'll see if he agrees to be featured. Then we will discuss and feature the closing line. It's always awesome to make a bit more different topics within Amplify. I really enjoy this. I had writers, musicians. I had a person who did a vegan revolution in Belgium, and it's kind of everybody's different. It's very cool. Okay, so tell us, please, where can we find you?
You can find me on social media at Nick R. Burroughs on Twitter and Instagram. Nick R. Burroughs, NickRBurroughs. My name is Nick Rashad Burroughs. Find me on Instagram and Facebook and whatever. And you can find my new single Tonight on all streaming platforms, as well as my music video Tonight on YouTube, on my YouTube channel. Subscribe and like and share.
Thank you very much. I'm really very happy. Thank you very much for this. I'm going just to switch on your song again on repeat, and we'll be just listening. We'll be saying to everybody, I just spoke to him. Thank you very much appreciated. I wish you a very nice rest of the day, and see you on Instagram.
Absolutely. Have a nice day.
Bye.
Thank you very much for staying till the end of the episode. Go on Instagram, give a follow to Nick, go on Spotify, stream his songs, share the songs with your friends because they are awesome. Have a good weekend, see you next week.
I think I made a bad decision. You and me shouldn't be out here kissing. You've been looking at me all week, but your fine ass don't play with me. You know we ain't meant to be, but fuck it, let's see. I think you're coming home with me, 'cause baby tonight, you know it's going down tonight. Get ready tonight. I did a lot of drinking, kissing and rubbing, knowing both of us taking. They catch us out here, what we gon' do? Oh, I can't keep my hands off you. You want me, I want you. So what we gon' do? I'm probably going home with you, 'cause baby tonight, you know it's going down tonight. Get ready tonight. You know it's going down tonight. 'Cause baby tonight, you know it's going down tonight. Get ready tonight. You glasses, y'all right? Yeah. Put that drink down, shake that ass while I'm trying to get down tonight. Let me talk to him. Down in your own style. Let me see you get loose, get wild, drop it down in your own style. Let me see you get loose, get low, let your body take control. Let me see you get loose, get low, let your body take control.